What's going on, everybody? It is GameDad7. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a video showing you how to recruit the Cloud Strife. That is right, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII makes his way to Final Fantasy Tactics. They put him in the original game as kind of a promotion between the two games, as Final Fantasy VII was the biggest selling Final Fantasy to date when Final Fantasy Tactics was made, so it was obvious they included him in there. I'm going to show you how to recruit him. First, you do need to make sure you have done the side quest to recruit Beowulf, Reis, and Worker 8. If you haven't done that yet, good thing, I've got a guide for you. I'll link it up here in the top right. You can just click this and you'll be able to follow that guide. This video starts as if you just completed the events at Zeltenia Castle. And again, you have to have Mustadio, Reis, Beowulf, and Worker 8 all alive in your party. So go ahead and proceed to the next location, which is the trade city of Salgidos. We'll see a familiar face here. This is Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. She is selling some flowers, as we often see her doing. She really is a big botanist girl. Next, we make our way back to Gaug to see Mustadio and his daddy. Now, I remember the first time this scene happened in Final Fantasy Tactics, and I was blown away because Final Fantasy VII at that point was the only Final Fantasy game I had played before then, so to have this event take place just kind of blew my mind. Next, we'll have the scene play here, and it turns out we need more stones. So we head back to Zeltenia Castle. Now we're going to get there and read a rumor at the bar, kind of like we did in the Beowulf questline when we started that, how we had to read the rumor in the coal mine. We're going to have to read the rumor here at Zeltenia. We can just skip the random battles on the way there. Now I'll speed up reading the rumor. Of course, Rhonda's going to pop up and say, hey, this looks interesting. So we'll get through the rumor and we'll have a new place pop up on the map after this. It is going to be Nelveska Temple. Now, this fight is a doozy, especially if you're doing this right as soon as you unlock it. The monsters will be your level, but the boss will actually be higher level. There's also some exclusive items at the temple. There's 3 things that you need move find item to find, and there's also some enemies in here that would be really helpful for you to tame at least one of them because of how rare they are. Now, I made a breakdown of how to beat this battle and where to get these 3 specific items on the map and how to tame this monster, how to survive and do that all at once. I'll give you just some real quick general tips to help you survive the fight, and if you want to get more information on this fight specifically, right here is a link to the video where I made that guide. My basic just beating the battle tips are watch out for these 3 birds up here. They have range damage and they also can turn you to stone, so equipping accessories to help counter the stone really helps. And obviously bringing people like Orlando and having ways to res people fast like items or white mage abilities is really going to help. The boss is weak to lightning, the birds are weak to earth, and the hydras are weak to wind and ice. So use those to your advantage, bring in some geomancers, and make sure you have a ice weapon equipped for your holy sword abilities so it'll scale off that. So congrats, you've finished the temple. Maybe you've made your way out with the new Hydra as well as some special items, but you definitely have Reis now as a human dragonkin as opposed to a dragon. And she has been definitely upgraded with this. She can now equip items. She has huge HP and great stat gains, as well as her items and attacks are great. You can definitely equip something like a Japa Mala on her to help increase the elemental damage that she does, which really makes her strong. Now back on the world map, we want to go back to Gaug now that we have the stone that we needed to make the time machine work. So now we're back here. We'll let this scene play out. Cloud is going to show up and be his normal weird self and run away. I remember when I first saw this on PlayStation 1, again, it blew my mind. It was so cool seeing him in the game. I was really hoping with the Ivalice Chronicles we might get a new crossover, maybe Clyde from Final Fantasy 16 since it's the same development team, but it still makes sense to have Cloud in here, and it's awesome to have the same voice actor from the new remake trilogy as well as the same one for Aerith. So once he runs away and being all weird, we gotta run after him and go back to the same map that you originally saw Aerith on. Go ahead and skip all of the random battles to get there quicker. Once we arrive, there will be a battle to fight, but this is not nearly as difficult as the temple. I'll honestly fast forward through this beginning scene and I'll skip the battle because I don't think you need any help or any tips from me with this. It's pretty simple. It's some squires, thieves, and a monk. Not too difficult. It would have been cool if they let Aerith become a party member at some point, like have her be some OP white mage and cast holy and different things like that. Maybe have like the white materia as an accessory or something that boost holy damage. But at the end of this, you'll get Cloud, and Cloud in the Ivalice Chronicles has been buffed big time. His stats necessarily aren't buffed, but he comes to you at party level. He comes with a Materia blade already on his person, so you don't have to go pick it up. And that allows him to use his special attacks. He also comes with high levels. I think he's level 8 in Samurai, so he comes with additional abilities. You used to get this guy at level 1 with nothing, and he couldn't even use his special attacks until you went and got that Materia blade. So a huge bonus from where we got him. My recommendation with building Cloud is that his special attacks are based off of magic attack power. So try and boost his magic attack as best you can. There is an enhanced version of the Materia blade that I made a guide on here on how to get. It is busted, gives you +4 to magic attack, and it's a very strong sword. I would build him with some magic support, so maybe White Mage or Time Mage as a secondary skill. I think Time Mage would be helpful to learn. His limit break abilities actually have charge times to them, so learning fast charge would really help. Braver, his initial one, cast pretty much right away. There are some really powerful attacks in there too. They've also lowered some of the JP costs of his skills, and they increased some other ones. So they did some balancing with him, but overall, he's a great character. He's really fun. I'm going to use him more as magic focused again to really buff his limit abilities, and I'll use him as support with things like I said with like White Magic or Time Mage. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Take a look at the channel for any other guides I've made. Subscribe, like, share with your friends, and I hope everybody's having a great time playing this game. Check back for more guides, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.